Try this again. Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land stretching out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
New York is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay. I just
Bless you.
adore a penthouse view.
Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
What about Boardwalk?
I'll do.
The chores.
But you can't have both at the same time.
Stores.
Fresh air.
Times Square.
You are
My wife. Goodbye, city life. Green Acres, we are there. Dun, dun. Thank you.
Oh, that's funny.
Welcome to Irish Bill's Twist on Sports, outdoor version number 2. Dose. And no, we forgot the seat cushions again, Scott. So it's going to be a rough night on the old backside here for an hour and a half.
Well, that'll sure make sure the show's short, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it won't. Joe Settle checking in. Joe, glad to know that you're feeling a little bit better. He's got some medicine, and he's feeling a little bit better. And hopefully it helps with your picks. Was that cold?
What?
His picks. It said hopefully that medicine is a
yeah.
cure for his picks.
You're a bit harsh lately. You need to get.
I know.
You need to.
You
get
know
some
I'm actually a nice guy,
you know,
Bob.
You need to get some sweetness in your life, Walter Payton.
Yeah, that was, wow, great times.
Yeah.
Speaking of sweetness,
Hey.
a victory,
segue.
a W.
Duh.
W. How do you spell W? W. 46-6, Navarre. But before we break down that game, we're going to tell you all the other scores.
Sure.
And we'll tell you a little bit about one score that I couldn't believe. Thursday night game, Rutherford over, actually that was Bozeman that won that one, 51-27. When I pulled up that score, initially that was the game from last year, 34-20 Rutherford. But it was actually Bozeman that won Thursday night, 51-27. St. Michael's over Pensacola. It was also, that game was switched to Thursday, 50-13 game. Pensacola goes down. I guess Gunner Rivers had a big night.
He did.
Navarre 46, Gulf Breeze 6. Milton in a close one over West Florida 27-20. Their storied season continues. Pace 34-12 over Pine Forest. Same with Pace, not so much for Pine Forest. Crestview 21, Escambia 6. They shut that offensive Escambia down.
Sure did.
Tate 24, Booker T. Washington 21, Mosley 49, Arnold 0.
Oof.
Zippo. Bay 27, Walton 21, South Walton 38. McCullough came back in that one, tied it, sent to overtime.
Sure
They
did.
went 2 overtimes. And McCullough's quarterback, Owen Cleese, 25 of 42, over 300 yards passing, and he also rushed he had over 500 yards total offense, and they got
Good
beat.
Lord.
But that was not the best performance of the night.
Okay.
But that's coming up here in a little bit. Trinity Christian Academy. Some nights Lincoln doesn't show up. They didn't show up Friday night. 32-14 Trinity Christian Academy. Bradford 45, Leon 10, Madison County 41, Florida High 21, McClay 43, North Florida Christian 20, Holmes County 42, Mariana 8. Long season for Mariana.
Yeah.
Taylor County 35, Sewanee 25. Long season for Sewanee. Chipley 31, Destin 6, turning into a long season for Destin, which started out as a promising season. Not so much anymore.
They
Ga-
haven't won a game this year, have they?
They have won one game.
One game.
Gadsden County 53, Young Kids in Motion, Goose Egg. Sneed's 46, Lighthouse PCA 14. Bluntstown, here's the game I'm going to talk about. Bluntstown 59, Northview 0. If I tell you this, a team has 34 minutes of possession, and they hold the other team to 16 total plays, who do you think that team would win?
Nope.
That team didn't even score. Bluntstown ran 16 plays. 7 of them went for touchdowns, over 50 yards.
I wonder if that included taking a knee at the end of the game.
And they also scored on a 72-yard pick six.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it was the quarterback went 4 for 5 for 241 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's video game stuff, man.
That is video game.
Dude.
Amari Thomas touched the ball 3 times. Once carrying the ball, 78 yards. 2 receptions, 80 and 70. So he touched the ball 3 times and had over 200 yards of offense on 3 plays. I have never seen a team with 13 minutes time of possession, only run 16 plays, and win 59-0.
Well, there's a lot of firsts in Bluntstown this year.
Yeah, it was 40-something to nothing at halftime, and it was just
Only 40?
yeah, only 40 this week.
Oh,
Because remember they put 54 up last week.
They did. Ah.
Joe said, "Yeah, that's his excuse." See, I told you it's sick. It was he's affecting his picks.
Joe's great. I mean,
He is.
He is. He's the
Baker, first team to go to 9-0 on the season.
Yep.
But they 48-20 win over Freeport. Jay, we all got this one wrong. Over South Choctaw Academy, Alabama, 13-6 in a low-scoring affair. Rocky Bayou, 40-0 over Graceville. Graceville, another one of those teams that are having a long season. Central explodes for 51 points and a 51-8 win over the undermanned Vernon Yellow Jackets. Cottondale 48, North Bay Haven 22, Osceola Christian 49, Franklin County 27, Liberty County, what a year they're having. It's 42, Jefferson County 6, and in a makeup game last night, which just came across as we were checking FloridHighSchoolFootball.com.
Yeah.
Sneeds takes out FAMU DRS 47-8 last night. So
Yeah, that's a makeup game. Florida High School said, you guys got to get all your makeup games
got to get them done
by X date. So,
yeah. Debbie finally checking in. Where you been, Debbie? Gosh, we've been on the air for like 8 minutes. Well, anyways, got a late start. Wi-Fi bandwidth issues. I don't know what this area, since they're working, Florida Power and Light, since they've been working on all the cable and everything, I think it's affecting a lot of the. I have T-Mobile that we use Wi-Fi, and I think it's been affecting it. We'll see how it affects it up when we're up in Pace on Friday night.
ooh.
Good news. Friday night, we actually get to go in the booth.
Where are we usually?
We're usually up top, on top of the press box at Pace, or we pay to go into the booth. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe they'll charge me. But anyways, new athletic director up there, he said, "No, booth is yours unless something else pops up." I won't hold my breath until we get up there, Bob. And I don't mind being up top anyways, because that's a great view up there on top of. And the last time we were up there is when Andre Spence returned the kickoff 60 yards.
Sure did.
And the Raiders defense held on for a 25-24 win, come from behind win, as Pace could not convert a extra point.
We were like squeezed into the corner.
We were. And that game took a lot of different directions. When Pace went ahead there in the fourth quarter, they kicked off. They tried a short kickoff. Well, Andre Spence, also a running back and linebacker, came up and got the onside kick and went untouched 60 yards for a score. So that was that game
That'll
2
teach-
years ago.
That'll teach them.
But those are all the games on Friday night. Now it's time to talk about our game, the W for the Navarre Raiders, 46-6. Their first win on the season. Their 18th win over Gulf Breeze in the 27-game series, and a 16-2 lead in the Publix Beach Bowl Cup.
Came out with a lot of energy.
They did,
They did.
and it didn't stop. At the 4:56 mark, a 4-yard run by Ben Eberhardt, his first touchdown on the season. Jack Byers' kick was no good, and that was kind of a setting a precedence for Jack. Not that we won't press that issue anymore. Debbie says she was here. Okay. I'm watching on television because my phone is going dead. Okay. My wife will watch us a lot on Friday nights on TV. Well, so a 6-0 at the 4:56 mark. The Raiders would score on the last play of the first quarter. A 3-yard pass from Roman Marshall to Brody Powers. His 5th touchdown reception on the season. 2-point conversion was no good, so it was 12-0 at the end of one. Looking pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Raiders would go to the second quarter at the 10:04 mark. A 10-yard return of a block punt by Chase Moses. His first touchdown of the season. Ben Eberhardt with the 2-point conversions. The Raiders up 20-0. A 9:16, an 8-yard pass from Marshall to Marquez White. Byers' kick was good. 27-0 Navarre. 5:39, Allie Bryant had to come in for one play or one series, and a 28-yard pass to Connor Hamlin. Kick good. 34-0. What they thought were going to the break, not so fast. An 18-yard pass from Jackson Winkler to Camden Morosky. 2-point conversion, no good, and we go to half 34-6. So a 28-point game. So if the Raiders were to score and kick the extra point, it would be a running clock.
That's right.
Well, at the 10:25 mark of the third quarter, a 10-yard run by White. Byers' kick was no good. Still no running clock, 40-6. Well, Xylon Zabito took care of that at the 150 mark, a 9-yard run. His first touchdown of the season, his best game by far.
Yep.
7 carries, 68 yards, and a score. He was our offensive player of the game. Roman Marshall, our Ian Lockwood player of the game. Our Will Sutter defensive player of the game was Bryce Wheeler. Another big game from Bryce.
Absolutely.
Special teams player of the game, Marquez White with a 40-yard kickoff return, his longest of the season. So on the night, Roman Marshall 9 of 14, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. Allie Bryant 1 of 1, 28 yards and a score. Connor Hamlin 3 receptions for 48 yards and a score. Marquez White 5 for 41 and a touchdown. Xylon Zabito with 1 catch for 15 yards, and Brody Powers with the 3-yard touchdown reception. Running the ball, which they did very well.
They did.
As a team, not one individual. Xylon Zabito, 7 carries, 68 yards. Roman Marshall, 6 carries, 62 yards. His best game rushing. Curtis Sanders, 9 carries, 48 yards. Allie Bryant, 3 carries, 28 yards. Marquez Wright, 2 carries, 14. And a touchdown. Ben Eberhardt, 2 carries, 7. And Hoyt Gurney, 2 carries, 3. 31 carries, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns for the Raider rushing game. The special teams, Jack would like to forget this night. 2 for 5. He did average probably his best night if they let him kick off.
Right.
47-yard average in his 7 kickoffs. Marquez White, we just talked about on his kickoff return. The defense led by Bryce Wheeler and Jaden Jones, again, 8 tackles. Bryce also threw in a tackle for loss and 6 quarterback hits. Landon Johns was 6 and a block punt. Ryder Longo has been consistent all year long. Matthew Lee those 3 with 6 tackles each. Chase Moses with 5. Jason Lute with 4. Noah Warner with 3. Zeke Burgess with 2. Braden Thiessen, Jacob Bishop, Curtis Sanders with 2 each. Thiessen also had a sack, a tackle for loss, and a quarterback hit. Isaiah Keenis with the solo tackle. Same with Luke Eberhardt. Brody Delgatti Bird with the solo tackle. Paul Will an assistant tackle, and Aaron Manuel had a quarterback hit.
Did we find out how Longo is? I know he was injured during the game.
I have not heard. Tomorrow night's show, we will have QB1, QB2, QB3, QB4 on tomorrow night.
4 quarterbacks?
4 quarterbacks.
Ooh.
So Marshall, Bryant, Johns, and Fletcher, I believe, is the number 4. So should be a great night tomorrow night. I'm surprised we haven't had quarterbacks on yet this year. So I sent a text to Coach Bagley earlier this morning. He said, "Hey, Coach, quarterbacks?" He goes, "You're reading my mind." He said, "Let me ask them." And hopefully all 4 of them are going to be able to make it tomorrow night.
Good. Yep.
So that's your breakdown of the game. And, I mean, wasn't it nice to pack up at the end of the night with a W?
Yeah. I mean, this was the offense and the performance we expected all year, and for lots of different reasons, it just didn't happen. We saw some wrinkles in the play calling, which we like to see, and still got to throw to that tight end.
We do. That's one thing that we have just not mastered this year at all, or even attempted,
But
really.
They're great blockers.
Oh, both Walker Bridges and Tucker Williams. 6'6", 6'5". I mean, most college teams would love to have tight ends that big. And
Yep.
But they are both really good blockers.
Well, and yeah, exactly, and that's part of what Navarre's always been tight end. Right? We've turned out some great tight ends over the years.
We have Jordan Leggett,
Yeah.
pretty good one there, huh?
Yeah.
We've had some good ones.
BB.
Jonathan Ferris checking in said, "Hey, Bill and Bob, for Prattville, Alabama, I have surgery coming up November 12th. That is Veterans Day, is it not? November 12th?
I think it's the 11th.
11th? Okay. I get those days mixed up. Now that I'm not working, it's kind of... He said, "Please say a prayer." Oh, most definitely, Jonathan. We'll definitely get you in our prayers. And congratulations on the win over Gulf Breeze last Friday. Thanks, Jonathan. We appreciate that. It was we were not looking forward to possibly going winless this year, which has never happened at Navarre. In fact, 3 losses is the most that we've ever had in a season. I mean, 3 wins.
Right.
Is the most we've ever had in a season. So we would have to win our next 2 games to tie that, and that's going to be a tough chore going to Pace and Niceville.
Right. On the road.
On the road again.
Jonathan, you know some of the same people I do.
Who's that?
Some folks up in Prattville, the YMCA. Keith is one of them, and the director of the Prattville Y. So I see you in pictures with them all the time. Great people up there in Prattville. Was by your way a couple weeks ago, driving back from Oxford, where my daughter goes to college.
Oxford. I've never been to Oxford. Is it nice? Is it a big town?
Not really.
But then, are there any really big towns in Mississippi?
Not really.
You got a lot of small, average towns, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of good things to do in the state of Mississippi as long as you
Spent,
stay on the south end of it.
Part of Friday afternoon in the Oxford Police Department. In the
Was that when you were chasing cougars?
we were put in the interrogation room.
Okay, that story, I am hearing this story for the very first time, so you're going to have to share it with all of our listening or viewing audience.
Just domestic issues with a roommate who smoking stuff that you're not supposed to be smoking. And that's
school roommate, not your roommate.
Not my roommate, right.
Which would be
her
Miss
roommate.
Kirsten.
Kirsten, yeah.
Kirsten.
So, moms and dads, 7 hours away. It's not like Tallahassee. And
she's doing her master's program
sure is.
at Ole Miss. Studying what, Bob?
Toddy.
Was she studying?
She is studying.
My daughters and all my money go to Ole Miss.
Yeah. She's studying
she's a smart young lady.
recreation management.
She is a smart young lady, so I imagine a lot of hers is spoken for with her
She got it from her mother. Certainly wasn't me. She got the chin, the eyebrows, and that's it.
And the good looks definitely from the wife as well.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll
it.
come back, and we're going to do our Irish Bills Panhandle Power Rankings and our players. We've got 3 new ones this week that have not been selected this year. So you're going to have to wait, just like everybody else, Bob. So we're going to head out commercial break, and you're going to listen to our new Irish Bills sports promo as we go out to break.
All right.
Join Irish Bill and his cast of characters every Tuesday evening at 8 at Culver's of Navarre for Irish Bill's Twist on Sports, where they will give you their own twist on sports. And on Wednesday nights, it's the Buffalo Wild Wings Coaches Show at Buffalo Wild Wings in Navarre, where you'll hear live interviews with Navarre coaches, players, managers, cheerleaders, and many more from Raider Nation. It doesn't stop there, as you can catch exciting Navarre Raider football on Friday nights, whether at home or on the road. Remember, your place for sports is none other than IrishBillSports.com or on YouTube at Irish Bill Sports Live 944.
Craig Culver of Culver's.
Before farm to table, before field to fork, there was just good, wholesome food. Grown by America's farm families, prepared fresh at Culver's, and always served with a smile. We still cook every Butterburger to order using fresh 100% Midwest beef and craft our frozen custard right in the restaurant using family farm fresh dairy. So thank you, farmers. Welcome to Delicious.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you. And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best. Marty! You're dead weight! Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus. Let's go sports bar!
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
Ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back there where we need ya. That would take a lot.
Welcome back to Culver's Tuesday night Irish Bills Twist on Sports. I like some of the old songs that we go back and keep bringing it back. Definitely was a great song, and but you know what time it is, Bob, right?
About time for Irish Bills.
But before we do that, Jonathan is put a few words out there. He said, "Hey, Bill and
Yeah.
Bob, I had Culver's yesterday in Hoover, Alabama."
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Any chance Seminoles win another game? Well, they play bye this week.
Are they favored? You know, and you know what's ironic? They go all the way out to the West Coast to get beat by a kid from a running back from 850.
That's true.
Cole Tabb, the starting running back for Stanford, had 28 carries for 118 yards and a touchdown.
He got more PT because the guy that's kind of sort of ahead of him got injured, and so Cole got a lot of playing time and good yardage against the Seminoles. You know what's frustrating? Watching your team lose on TV, Bill, is staying up till 1:30 in the morning and watching your team get beat.
I tried to stay up for that one. I was out in the third quarter.
Yeah, well.
I went down to TKO in the third.
Down goes Hamill.
Down goes Irish Bill.
Down goes Hamill.
But
will they win
my
another game?
My game reigned throughout the whole game. Notre Dame in a tight one over USC, that rivalry game, the 98th time that they've played each other in the series. Notre Dame with a slight lead in that one.
Didn't they?
They did. In third quarter, USC actually came back and took the lead.
Ooh.
And but the next ensuing play, the kickoff, Jadarian Price went 102 yards and put the Raiders back on the board for good. And but our quarterback,
Irish.
The Irish. Sorry, Navarre.
Raiders.
Okay. And
foreshadowing.
Anyway, yeah.
Maybe it's foreshadowing.
Maybe it is.
Florida State has Wake Forest.
Wake me up, Forest.
Yeah, they have Clemson on the road, Wake Forest at home for homecoming. The Gators at Ben Hill Griffith. That should be an interesting game.
Scott Wheeler says, as a state alum, I am right with you, Bob. Too late to come out with a loss.
Well, still don't know if that running back sure did look like he got in, but
yes, they do, Jonathan. They do play for a trophy, and you're going to have
the Diamond Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Diamond Shillelagh.
Thank you. You saved me on that one, Seminole Bob.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Bill's a Notre Dame fan. I like Notre Dame.
That's your second favorite team.
Yeah, tied with Ole Miss.
But if Florida State and Notre Dame play, you're rooting for Florida State.
Oh,
because
you're
an alum.
Why would I stay up till 1:30 in the morning and watch your team lose?
That's true. That's true. But anyways, the drum roll, please. Irish Bill's Panhandle Power Rankings for Week 9. Choctaw, Pace, Mosley, Bay, Milton, Tate, and Niceville. Not much change there. On the small side, Catholic, Baker, Bluntstown. Bluntstown working on that number 2 spot, but it's hard to remove Baker out of there. South Walton 4, Chipley 5, West Florida 6. Needs moves in at number 7. Our offensive player of the week from the Bay Tornadoes. Quarterback Zabayan Morgan, 16 of 24, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, 9 carries for 126 yards, and a TD. Milton Panthers, Aiden Spratt. We talked to that young man at Whataburger after the Navarre game. 17 tackles, 11 solos, 6 assists. And South Walton Seahawks, Nate Leach, 7 for 7 extra points, 1 for 1 field goal from 27 yards. I timed it right for once, Bob.
You did.
Wow. There was a lot of great performance, and
how
I'm
about
going
the kid from Bluntstown.
In fact, I'm going to talk a little bit about these. Quarterback from Liberty County, 16 of 21, 251, 2 touchdowns. West Florida's quarterback in a losing effort, 20 for 33, 244, 18 carries for 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. This is where it starts to get impressive with Bluntstown. Their quarterback, Jalen Jones, 4 of 5. That's not many passes. 241 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Average 60 yards or plus.
80, 70, and 2 other passes, and it all equaled up to 241 yards on 4 completions. The running back we were talking about earlier, Amari Thomas, committed to play at South Carolina. This was his numbers. He touched the ball 3 times. One carry, 73 yards, touchdown.
Is that all?
2 receptions, 150 yards.
Ooh.
80 yards and 70-yard touchdown. So touched it 3 times, 3 scores. Kind of remind me, not with the numbers, but we had a young man, Nate Hansen, a few years ago that touched the ball 3 times in a game, and he scored all 3 times. So that's the only time I've known of anybody to touch it that many times. I mean, that few times and scored 3 touchdowns. So
crazy.
Tanner Clark from Tady's back to running the ball only. 36 carries, 231 yards, 3 touchdowns last week. Cottondale's Zacarias Collins, 27 carries, 206 yards, a tutty. Wide receivers, Julius Miles, that guy just had an outstanding season, even though Freeport has kind of gone on a losing streak. 11 receptions, 139 yards Friday night. His wide receiver mate, Talon McEllier, 6 receptions, 139 yards as well. It's just defense. South Walton's Pedro Hernandez, 20 tackles. The reason he did not get, because he only had 1 solo tackle, he had 19 assists. So I had to go with Aiden Pratt in that one. Milton's Lorenzo Davis with 15 tackles as well. Special teams, Mosley. Talon Moore, not Maverick Wright. He didn't kick. But Talon Moore is 7 for 7 on extra points. John Hansen from Bozeman, 7 for 7. Pace's Caleb Nelson didn't miss, 4 for 4. Booker T. Washington, Sinceri Williams, 3 for 3. And Sneed's Justin Street had a 90-yard kickoff return for a score.
Impressive.
And, Sneed's did play FAMU last night in a makeup game, 47-8 was the score. So they played 2 games in 4 days.
Ooh.
They played Lighthouse and Sneed's, and FAMU. So
at home?
Does that amount to one? The Friday night game was at home. I'm not sure about the Monday night game. But
crazy.
Not any close game, so they probably didn't put out much effort in both of those games. Guys, the talent that I know I say this every week, but the talent in the Panhandle, the performances every week, it amazes me how consistent it is, Bob. And it just seems to get better every Friday night.
Yeah, the Florida schools need to lock some of these kids down. And they have. South Florida, Florida State, Central Florida. Speaking of Florida schools, Kennesaw State leading FIU 20.
That's right, Tuesday night game.
Western Kentucky leading Louisiana Tech
Hilltoppers
20-14.
What is a hilltopper?
It is tomorrow night.
What is a hilltopper?
A hilltopper? I have no idea. Somebody that's on
someone stands at the top of a hill and say, "I'm here."
Knock me off. Middle Tennessee State plays Delaware tomorrow. We'll watch that on TV. Missouri State and New Mexico.
Jonathan, are you talking college or are you talking high school? If you could clarify that before I answer your question.
Under the radar hasn't gotten enough attention.
Well, let's go with both. High school team under the radar, flying under the radar this year has to be Milton. Not now, not flying under the radar, but going into the season after a 0-10 start, how could Milton not be under the radar going into the season?
Good point.
Milton's probably my number 1 team. Another team I would have to throw in there would be the Bay Tornadoes. We saw their preseason kickoff against Niceville where they just got obliterated. And we based all of our first week's picks on Bay because of that game, and we were wrong. So it was high school. So I would have to say Bay and Milton were 2 teams that because we knew Mosley was going to be good. Mm-hmm. If you want to go reverse on who's not under the radar, the other direction.
Oh,
let's say, well, you got to go with Navarre.
Yeah.
1-7. No one saw that coming. Niceville's 4-4, and they've lost 3 games at home. No one saw that coming.
Right.
So I would have to say Niceville and Navarre is those teams that have not met expectations, and those that have, I'm gonna go with Bay and Milton.
Yep.
Hopefully that answers your question. Oh, Madison County's good every year. They just their schedule is
Brutal.
but that prepares them for once they hit the playoffs that they basically walk through the playoffs. I mean, they play teams like DeLand, and they play teams like
Hawthorne.
Pace. Pace went over there and knocked them off in a close one.
Yep.
Last week they just destroyed. I'm trying to remember who they played last Friday. Madison County. Oh, Florida High, 41-21.
Yeah.
And they keep scheduling teams, 6A teams, 7A teams, and they're a roll school.
Boot Hill's a tough place to play.
I've never been. I want to go over there for a game. Marty and I are thinking about if Bluntstown should be at home their first playoff game, because they'll probably get a bye. And rule, the teams that are rated the highest get usually the first week off. We're thinking about maybe making a road trip over to Bluntstown to catch a game. You know how to get to Bluntstown, Bob?
Yes, Highway 20.
Highway 20 is the quickest way. And you don't have to go up to the interstate. You just stay on 20. And it kind of cuts a little bit off your trip if you were to go through
Stop
the interstate.
at the catfish place.
Because if you come the other way, I mean, there's so many different turnoffs to get into Bluntstown. And Liberty County's over there. That way direction is if you go a little bit further across the oldest bridge in the state of Florida.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they play. Madison County plays Apopka, but it's not your
down.
Grandparents' Apopka. I think they're 1-6.
Their Blue Dart has lost all of its
The Blue
ink. Now
Darts.
it's just a dart.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it is a darter.
It is a darter.
A fish.
The Blue Darters.
A fish.
Is that a fish?
Fish.
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 French.
Fish. Fish. Okay. Anyways, so Baker, we're down to 3 undefeated teams left.
Mm-hmm.
Bluntstown 8-0.
Yep.
Baker 9-0. What a
Oops.
job! What
Yep.
a job that Coach Brunson's doing up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your normal Baker team either. That you don't know what they're going to do because they can run the ball at you. They can throw the ball this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not what we've seen out of a lot of Baker teams in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But they're 9-0.
Pretty
And then
balanced.
Choctaw. He's going to run. He's going to go through the regular season unbeaten.
Oh,
There's not anybody that's going to stand. And if you follow my IB Sports page on Facebook, my group, I think it was Andy Villamarzo posted an article about teams ranked in the state.
Right.
And I went on there, and Choctaw was ranked in the top 25 in the state in all classifications. They were at number 18. I said, you are, once again, the 850 is getting a bad deal with rankings. And because this is probably, and I've been around, you and I have both been around these parts for a long time.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the best defenses I've seen in the Panhandle since I've been here. And that's saying 34 years. This team, they have no weaknesses on defense. Their offense, you haven't even seen their offense because the defense continues to give them short fields, and they're not putting up the big numbers stats-wise, but they have 4 shutouts on the season. They've only given up 34 points in 8 games. My quick math says that's 4.25 points a game.
Yeah.
That's incredible. 4 shutouts is incredible. Navarre was one of those. We got to see him up close and personal. Choctaw is all that they're talked about, and they did move up 1 spot this week to number 17. Oh, I just throw them in a little carrot. Come on. That team should be in the top 15 in the state. That is one of the best defenses I have ever seen here in the Panhandle for a high school football team.
Jonathan asked about Lincoln's playoff chances.
Lincoln.
I
man.
like our chances.
Lincoln, wow.
They play at home against Godby this week.
That will be a good game because Godby,
No
if
pushover
the
this
Godby
year.
team shows up that was supposed to be good this year, but Lincoln, they've had just 2 games where they just did not show up. They went down to, was it Orlando?
Jacksonville.
Over to Jacksonville and just got annihilated.
Smoked. Yeah.
And then last week, they go to Jacksonville again and face a Trinity Catholic team
3 and 4.
3 and 4, and they put a hurting on 32-14 last week. So Lincoln, all the talent in the world, but they're some nights they just don't bring it to the field.
I obviously they're going to make the playoffs. I don't see a deep run.
Now with Choctaw, I see a deep run, but their only problem is they are probably in the toughest classification in the state, in Class 4A. And
another trip to St. Augustine.
St. Augustine. I had one fan on my page that said, "Well, what about Columbia? They got to go through Columbia first." Columbia will not beat Choctaw because Choctaw will be rated higher, and Columbia will have to come over here if they're going to play Choctaw at all. And but some of the teams in 4A, it's a bloodbath because I believe St. Thomas Aquinas is in 4A as well, if I remember right. Wow. You want to do, since we have the picks, we can do the picks tonight if you want, or do you want to hold off till tomorrow night?
Let's do them tonight.
Okay. We're going to do them tonight, folks. Normally we put them off till Wednesday, but we had a Tuesday night game tonight, which I'm not showing that FloridaHighSchoolFootball.com is tracking.
We got a full load tomorrow.
But we got a Tuesday night. Yeah, we have 4 quarterbacks more than likely coming in tomorrow night for the show. Our Tuesday night game tonight was Osceola Christian at Chintilla Charter Academy out of Georgia.
Yep.
We all went with the Warriors on the road. Thursday night game, Gulf Breeze at Mosley. That game will be over by halftime, if not sooner.
And that's a district game, too.
And that is a district game, the Battle of the Dolphins. One is like a fish out of water this year. Arnold at Rickards. Arnold, they've showed up a couple of games, but Rickards should win that. We're all going with Osceola Christian, all with Mosley, all with Rickards. There's your Tuesday and Thursday night games.
And Rickards Arnold is also a district game.
It is. Navarre at Pace, a district game. Bob and I are going with the Raiders on the road, looking for that first road victory on this season. The rest of the guys, Marty, Paul, and Joe, are going with Pace. Traders. Milton at Niceville. Paul, Bob, and Joe are going with Milton. Marty and I are going with the Eagles at home.
Wow, Joe picking against Niceville.
He is. That's not the first time this year that he's picked against them. Choctaw at Fort Walton Beach, one of the longest rivalries in the area. Other than the Pensacola schools that have been around for a long time.
Right.
I believe this is like the 20s. No, they started playing in like 1960s, late 1960s, wasn't it?
Fort Walton opened in 69.
69.
So probably early 70s.
Okay. So we're all going with Choctaw on that one, stay unbeaten. Tate at Crestview. It's a district matchup. Paul's got to be different. He took Tate on the road. Crestview's playing really good football right now. They're 4-3, won 3 straight. Escambia at Pine Forest. Pine Forest still looking to wake up this year. But Joe's going with the Eagles at home. You go with one Eagles at home, but not the other, Joe. Escambia, the rest of us are taking. West Florida, Pensacola, we're all going with the Jaguars as they played Milton tough last week. South Walton at Pensacola Catholic. I think South Walton will make this game for a half. But I think Catholics just has too much in the running game.
Yeah. South Walton gave up, Pensacola Catholic, considering what Wakulla quarterback did to South Walton, they may turn into a passing team this week.
They could. And Jalen Brown's had a good season for Catholic at quarterback, but their running game, Ethan Crandall has stepped in for the injured Caleb Willoughby in 3 straight 200-yard games. Rutherford at Bay, we're all going with the Tornadoes in that one. Childs at Leon, we're going with the Timberwolves on the road, not that it's a long road trip.
Nope, crosstown.
We're going Godby at Lincoln. We're all going with the Trojans at home.
Would not surprise me if Godby pulls a stunner.
Hopefully they don't break. Florida High at Bishop Moore. Bishop Moore undefeated on the season, one of the top teams in the state. Sorry, Florida High. That's a long road trip for a
Where is Bishop Moore?
It is in Orlando.
Okay, that's right.
Excuse me. Baker County at Wakulla is usually a pretty good matchup.
Yep.
Baker County is down this year, though. But Wakulla should take that one. All of us are going with the War Eagles at home. Walton at Freeport. Paul and I are taking Walton.
Really?
And Joe, Bob, and Marty are taking
Yeah, that was a tough one to pick.
the Bulldogs at home. That's Freeport Bulldogs.
Right.
Bozeman at North Bay Haven, a district matchup. We're all going with the Bucks on the road. Actually, I can't say that, can I? Because they're both the Bucks. The Buccaneers against the Bucks.
Oh, there you go.
So we're going to go with Bozeman in that one, all of us. Booker T. Washington at Destin. Wildcats should take that one pretty easily. We're all going with them on the road. Taylor County at Mariana. Sorry, Mariana, your season just got longer. We're all going with Taylor County in this one. McClay heading into Georgia. It's going to be a long night for McClay because this Deerfield-Windsor Georgia team is really solid.
9-0, yeah.
And we're all going with them at home. Baker at Port St. Joe. Baker looking to go 10-0. Their bye week is the last week of the regular season, so they'll have plenty of rest going into the playoffs because usually the top teams will get a bye, so they're going to have at least 2 weeks off to prepare. Jay going to Weewah-Hitchcock. We got the Royals taking that one. All of us. Cottondale at Vernon. Sorry, Vernon. Over.
Not your
season.
grandfather's Vernon team.
No. Bluntstown at Holmes County. Normally, I would give Holmes County a fighting chance. Not this year.
Yeah.
Bluntstown is they're averaging about 53 points a game. They put up 74 and 59 in 2 straight shutouts back-to-back weeks. 123-0 in the last 2 games.
Holmes County may keep them under
special.
60.
They're special. Bluntstown is special.
Yep.
Central going to Lighthouse. After last week's performance, could Central give Lighthouse a game this week? Paul and Joe, actually, nobody thinks so. All of us going with Lighthouse. Chipley at Jefferson County, all going with the Tigers on the road. Franklin County at North Florida Christian, we're all going with the Seahawks on the road. FAMU at Harvest Community. All of us going to FAMU except Marty. He's going with Harvest Community. Watch Marty be right on that one. Liberty County at Hilliard, we're all going with Liberty County. Coach Trent Cool doing a great job over this year for his alma mater.
Yeah.
Northview at Central.
Alabama.
That's Central Alabama. Northview 1-7. Central Alabama is 0-9 on the 0-8 or 0-9 on the season. So we got Northview winning that one on the road.
That's Haynesville, Alabama.
Haynesville, yeah. And then Madison County at Apopka. We got all the Madison County folks taking that one. And our last week, Bob, what a performance. That's the second time this year you had a great performance. This one, 25-2. Joe and I went 23-4. Marty, 22-5. Paul, he got the red caboose again this week. See, what we've done this year is if you finish last in our picks for the high school games, you get a red caboose on the text line with your name on it.
You know
is that mean or is that
very fitting? No, I think it's
fun.
I think it's fun. Yeah, you know how in some people's gardens they have gnomes, right? Doing different things, gardening or smiling.
Before you go, just a second. He asked, where is Harvest Community? I think is if you're going from Baker up to Andalusia, it's one of those small towns off of, what is that, 4?
Yeah.
Or 4, not 4, but the road out of Baker. I think it is 4. Well, anyways, I think Harvest Community is along that path. I'm not positive, but I think that's your answer. Back to you. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Bob.
Talking about gnomes.
Gnomes.
Yeah.
Is that because you're sitting next to the Irish man that is quite short in stature?
No.
Okay.
neighbor around
I didn't take that.
neighbor around the corner in their garden, they don't have a gnome. Honest to goodness, they have a caboose.
Really?
Just like I got to get a picture
red one?
to you. Yes, red and white. I got to get a picture.
Well, the reason we got the caboose is because it's the back of the train.
Yeah.
It's the back of the train. So we started that about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and so it's now set. So whoever finishes last in high school gets the caboose through the text line with
It's
their
better
with
than
their
a
name on
toilet
it.
bowl where you.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
It's the caboose bowl. Bless you.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to our college picks because we can talk about these as well. Bob, you were at top of the college last week as well.
Did I really?
How did you do that? You and Marty finished 24-7.
My goodness. Yeah. I would have won.
If it wasn't for your Florida State.
And
no, I think
Well, I
think
Georgia.
Marty picked. Everybody picks Florida State last week.
There you
So
go. Against the trees.
So you and Marty finished 24-7.
Okay.
Paul finished 23-8. I had 22-9. And Joe, you must have been a little under the weather because you went 20-11.
Ooh.
20-11 on the year. I got only a 2-game lead over you, Bob. Now you gained a game on me this week.
Okay.
Actually, you gained 2 games on me this week.
I did.
And so you're 2 games back. Marty's in third. Joe is like 1 percentage point behind Marty, and Paul, he's a full-time recipient on the caboose. Even though we don't give the caboose for the college games, Paul has last place pretty much locked up.
Locked.
Locked. I want to say something, but I can't say it because that's not nice. That's not nice.
Don't say it.
Mr. Clean. It's hard to give a guy that looks like that a hard time. He's such the nicest guy.
You know, we're at Niceville this year, and this is the 2-year anniversary of
the barf game.
The barf game.
The barf bowl.
The barf bowl. They turn off the lights.
For those that don't know, I don't know if Jonathan knows what happened 2 years ago at Niceville.
The kids came down with food poisoning, and it hit them
at halftime.
Yeah, and
it was 28-28 at halftime.
Yeah, and it was.
The score finished up 63-34.
And they turned the lights off on us, and
we got threatened.
Threatened? Yes, we did.
We did.
We did.
Because we did video with prior approval from the athletic director to do that game, and then I get a call from he's not a coach anymore, so I can talk about this now. He's not the Niceville coach anymore.
Right.
But he called me on Saturday and said, "Hey, Bill, we're getting ready for the playoffs. You did a video of the game." I said, "Yeah, with your approval during the summer." He goes, "Could you take that down?" So I said, "Coach, I'll get back with you on that one." So I went on and I called about 4 or 5 of my broadcasting buddies around the state, and they said, "No, Bill, not no, but hell no. You have a responsibility to your fan base and to your advertisers."
And we had permission.
And we had permission. And so this previous coach came back and said, "Well, that may deter you from coming back." Well, we don't have to worry about that any longer. He's no longer there. He was a great coach while he was there.
Yep.
Not taking anything away from his coaching abilities.
No.
But that weekend, he was not too nice to me.
He was wrapped around pretty tight.
He was.
That during playoff time.
But because everybody is sitting in the stands doing video of the games these days. I mean, everybody.
Sorry you didn't contact the other 500 people that had video.
Yeah. But anyways, new athletic director, new coach. We're a couple of weeks. We've already been approved to go back on our normal spot on the visitor side, right across from the concession stand and the restrooms. There's a reason I did that, Bob.
Gotta like that. Gotta like that. Hopefully the
lights will stay on.
Yes, and the grouchy fan will not be grouchy.
That's
we have
a fan over there.
A fan.
I think the same one every time we go over there.
Yeah, she has a spot. It's like somebody at church, right? Raising Cain about, oh, you're in my pew. Really? Okay. How about if I scoot over? No, you need to move. What? So
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it was. We were, was it not this last time? It was 2 times ago, right?
Yeah.
And we set up, and she goes, "That's my spot," and she was being real ugly.
As
And,
Bill's trying to get set up.
And as I'm trying to get my equipment set up, well, it ended up costing me a little bit of the broadcast because I didn't get something connected properly. And but anyways, at Niceville, well, most stadiums you have a home side and you have a visitor side. Not at Niceville. The visitor side is home/visitors, and most of the time you run into folks that have been there for a long time, and they don't like giving up their seat, like you just explained. But and there's no love lost between Navarre and Niceville, anyways.
You could be nice about it.
Yes, because that is part of their name, isn't it?
That night it wasn't.
Jonathan says Faulkner is at Lindsey Wilson College this week. A Kentucky team this Saturday at 1:30.
Is that football, Jonathan?
That is football. He's a follower of Faulkner, I believe.
He goes to Faulkner.
I believe they are the Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember right.
Yep.
But anyways, let's get to our college picks. Thursday night game, South Alabama at Georgia State. Bob, Joe, and Paul are going with South Alabama. Marty and I are going with Georgia State. Friday night games, California at Virginia Tech. Bob going with the Cal Bears.
Yep. Virginia Tech's favored by 3.5.
The rest of us going with Virginia Tech. They're playing good, decent football this year.
Yeah.
Boise State at Nevada.
Didn't they fire their coach?
Nevada?
No. Virginia Tech.
Last year, was it not? They got a new coach this year, correct?
Okay.
And this seat is getting very, very uncomfortable.
Yes.
Boise State at Nevada, we're all going with the road team in that one. Boise State favored up double digits.
21.5.
Okay, and we got UCLA, much improved, much aligned. UCLA Bruins coming east to Bloomington, Indiana to face, I'm going to say this for the very first time because they have never been this highly ranked before. The number 2 Indiana Hoosiers. And in this one, I think Indiana's double-digit favorites in this one.
24.5.
Yeah.
UCLA is playing better.
But Indiana's playing really good football right now.
They just can't have a letdown.
We're all going with the Hoosiers there. Virginia at North Carolina. North Carolina, Bill Belichick, he won in one phase of his life this year, but not the other. Virginia is taking that one. We pick them because I think they're double-digit favorites as well.
7.5.
Close.
He's up for one of the 7 coaches up for the Hall of Fame and NFL.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're going Virginia there. SMU at Wake Forest. We're all going with Shmoo.
Only favored by 3.5.
And Wake Forest, they always have 1 or 2 games a year where they just surprise teams. This could be one of them. What did I say last week about Minnesota and Nebraska? Even though we all took Nebraska, I said watch out for Minnesota, and they put a hurting on Nebraska last week, and Dylan Raiola with 9 sacks last week. Kansas State at Kansas in a battle of the Jayhawk State. Joe's the only one going with Kansas State. The rest of us are going with Kansas.
Kansas is favored by 2.5. All these are 11 a.m. contests.
Ole Miss, Oklahoma. What a battle this one's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Mateer back for his second week, but he did not look good against a very good Texas team a couple of weeks ago. Ole Miss is the pick by Joe, Marty, and Bob.
Yep.
Joe and I are taking Oklahoma at home.
You're taking Oklahoma, huh?
I am taking Oklahoma.
Boomer.
Sooner. And I don't like Oklahoma because I got a bet every year with my good friend Todd over in Sweden, who's a big
I thought
Oklahoma.
That's why you picked it.
I was leaning towards Ole Miss, but I just feel Oklahoma It's tough to lose at home.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping
I
down
like the song. Syracuse at Georgia Tech. We're all going with the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia
Boy,
Tech.
they're playing well this year, Bill Hamill.
Brent Key.
Is
he going to stick around? Because that is his alma mater.
Perhaps. He's one of the ones mentioned if they don't pry
For the
Marcus
Florida job?
Freeman from Notre Dame.
Freeman is not going anywhere.
I don't think so.
And Kurt Signetti is not going anywhere. He just
right.
got that deal that Signetti got, 8 years, takes him out to 2033
Jeez.
at $92 million, $11.9 million a year.
That's a lot of pennies.
4 years ago, he was making $450,000 as a head coach at JMU. But a lot of people forget that he was actually a assistant coach under Nick Saban.
Sure was.
At Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all going with Georgia Tech there. South Florida at Memphis. Joe's going with Memphis, but they lost a tough one last week, a game they should not have lost to UAB.
No. South Florida favored by 3.5.
We're going with South Florida in that one, except for Joe. Auburn heading to Arkansas. Arkansas looking for a new coach as well.
Yeah,
Could it be John Gruden?
Could be. You know who the interim coach is?
I do not.
What was your former coach? Who came back?
Oh, that's right. The motorcycle guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember.
I'm sure you, Jonathan, you remember the old coach. He was at Louisville and at Arkansas.
And he left for the Falcons. Or
He left.
the
He went for the
Falcons.
NFL. He's back in college now. We're all going with Auburn except for me. I'm taking Arkansas at home in the upset. Minnesota at Iowa. Iowa just doesn't lose at home. The only loss at home on the season was against Indiana, and a close one. We're all going with the Hawkeyes at home. Northwestern at Nebraska. Bob's taking the Wildcats.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us are taking the Cornhuskers.
They're favored by 7.5. Nebraska is. Just have a feeling.
He's got a feeling.
What I don't have a feeling is for this next game. It was tough to pick.
Illinois at Washington. Washington has played a couple of good games this year. Bob's going with the road team in this one, Illinois. And the ever buffet filling Brett Bielema at head coach. Brett Buffet Bielema.
After I made the pick and sent it in, I wish I hadn't. Washington favored by 5.5.
Technically, Bob.
I know.
The noon cutoff is Wednesday.
Right. I'm staying with Illinois.
Okay.
Illinois.
Fighting Illini. The rest of us going with Washington. Wisconsin heading out to Oregon. Wisconsin just looking to sniff the other side of the 50-yard line these days after back-to-back humiliating shutouts.
Oregon
at
favored
home
by 34.5.
Shutout 2 times in a row at home.
I know.
Iowa and then last week Ohio State. That was expected. Iowa, no, not so much. We're all going with the Ducks in that one. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, quack. Alabama heading to South Kakalaka this week. We're going to Tights, playing really well, but I'm not going to say it.
Favored by 13.5. They're in the top 10. I think they're 7th. I think.
They are actually up to number
ABC.
4.
Are they really?
Bama's up to number 4 now.
Sorry about that.
But they're playing really good football right now, and they can. I'm getting away from that game. Come on. Bama's winning, and we're all taking them. BYU at Iowa State. Paul's taking your Iowa State team.
Cyclones.
The rest of us are going with BYU. BYU's having a great year so far.
They're undefeated, Bill.
They're one of 8. Is it 8 teams or 6 teams that we're down to?
Could be. I think it's 8.
But Paul's going with Iowa State. The rest of us going with BYU. Missouri at Vanderbilt. This is probably one of the better games of the weekend.
I agree.
Joe and Marty are taking Missouri on the road, and the rest of us are taking Vandy.
2:30
with Diego Pavia.
2.5 point spread favorite. Vandy is 2:30 on ESPN.
They will drop the anchor on Missouri. West Virginia State heading to West Florida for the first time ever. Argos with a big win last week on the road at West Alabama. Got down late, 16-15, drove the length of the field 89 yards, scored, got the 2-point conversion, and then closed out the West Alabama team at home.
With a pick.
23-16. They end the game with a pick at the end of the game.
Congratulations. You can't have a letdown.
Number 3 in Division II football right now. Florida Atlantic going to undefeated Navy this week. We're all going with the midshipmen in that one.
Favored by 15.5.
North Carolina State heading to Pitt. Bob, you took another road team in this one.
I did.
It's the Wolfpack heading to Pitt. Pitt's playing good football right now.
They are favored by 7.5.
The rest of us going with Pitt. Baylor at Cincinnati is another team that's playing really good football right now. Cincinnati.
Right.
We're all going with the Bearcats at home.
Favored by 5.5.
A team that's not playing good football and hasn't all year long is Oklahoma State. Down a coach because I guess he turned 50, so I guess he couldn't stay any longer because he's 50. He's a man. We're all going with Texas Tech, a surprise loss last week.
38.5. Yeah.
Ouch. Iowa State, was it to beat? Was that?
I think so.
Iowa State knocked them off last week. Texas going to Mississippi State. We're all going with Texas on the road.
Only favored by 6.5.
TCU at West Virginia. Bad year for West Virginia. Rich Rod, they're not welcoming him back very, very nicely there in Morgantown. We're all going with the Horned Frogs on the road.
Favored by 14.5.
Stanford at Miami, fresh off a win over your Florida State Seminoles. Not that that's saying much. But Miami, awful loss as well.
Yes, favored
Friday
by
night at home against Louisville.
30.5. No one saw that Louisville game coming.
No, not at all. A&M at LSU. This is going to be a great game. Joe and Bob are going with A&M. The rest of us are going with LSU at home.
A&M favored by 2.5. 6:30 p.m. on A.
A&M's one of those undefeated teams still
yes,
left.
They are.
LSU's lost 2 already. For big game Brian Kelly.
I know you enjoyed that.
I should say, now that James Franklin, okay, I am making a statement right here. Now that James Franklin is gone from Penn State, and he was known as Little Game James, we have now transferred the name to Little Game Brian, Little Game Brian Kelly. You know I'm loving this, Bob. I am not a fan of Brian Kelly. Never was, even when he was at Notre Dame. Not a fan whatsoever. And so it's now
not a fan.
It's LGB, Little Game Brian.
Not a fan of some of the LSU folks either.
No. But anyways,
rivalry weekend, Bill Hamill.
You know what? I made a mistake. I made a mistake a few years ago. Remember when we used to have a guy over there on our Saturday morning show, a guy from Louisiana, Blake Rufino?
Yes.
He played at Southeastern over in Louisiana, and then he covers LSU. Well, I went on a Saturday night chat group, an LSU chat group, as a Notre Dame fan after they had brought in Brian Kelly. And I actually didn't get killed. And they asked me the reasoning why I don't like Brian Kelly. I said, well, one, he'll win you games, but he won't win you the big games. And now he's proven my point that he doesn't win the big games. And,
not so far.
And how is that going to go over in Baton Rouge if he continues not to win the big games? It's not going to go over very well.
No.
And he won't be part of the family again anymore. Anyways, so we're splitting that pick, Michigan
That's
and Michigan
rant.
State. That was my rant.
Yeah.
Sorry. I took your spot away.
Don't worry.
Michigan on the road at East Lansing. Michigan should win that one rather handily.
So we got Texas A&M, LSU, Michigan State, Tennessee, Kentucky.
We're all going with the Vols, right?
Yeah.
Houston at Arizona State.
A lot of rivalry games.
Houston has had a really good year, but
6-1.
Arizona State's finally starting to play up to their expectations.
They're favored by 8.5.
We're all going with Arizona State at home. Colorado State at Wyoming. Bob, you're going with the Rams on the road.
Yeah,
Guy, you got a lot of games where you're the only one.
I'd
They
like-
got 5 games where you're the only.
I'd like
you picked
to
the road
change.
team.
I'd like to change my pick since I can.
You can change that one.
Because
You going to Wyoming?
Yes, because
Okay.
Coach Norvell got fired.
I was not a big fan of his either.
He was the one that basically, I'm sorry,
ran-
it's true. He
Go
ran
ahead.
Dante right off because he brought in his own folks from Nevada.
Yeah. And basically said, Dante, this is your job. Got to the first 2 games of the season, and Dante didn't see the field.
Nope.
And so, of course, Norvell, not Mike Norvell. This
No
is
relation.
no relation whatsoever. And not a fan of his.
Nope.
Because he took
No.
he used one of our Navarre kids, and I don't like that.
Probably 2 of them, too.
Yeah, Grady
Grady
Kelly,
Kelly.
too, as well. But I think Grady got smart and saw the writing on the wall with the new coach.
So I'm going with the Cowboys.
We're all going with the Cowboys. Giddy up.
Giddy up.
And then Colorado at Utah. Utah played a really good game last week.
They did.
They probably their best game of the season. We're all going with the Utes at home.
That's the 9:15
To
game
Utes?
this year.
To what?
Utes.
We'll talk about our former Navarre Raiders tomorrow night.
Let's do it.
And then we'll
My
go.
rear is sore.
And we'll talk about the Gulf South Conference tomorrow night as well. So, but what other advertisers we have not got to, but we're going to let you know. Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, University Lending Group, Hustle Hard USA, Navarre Fitness, Culver's, Buffalo Wild Wings. We thank you all for advertising with us each and every year. And our shows here at Culver's on Tuesday night. And we'll let you
We
hear
had some young people here tonight, Bill.
let me hear
Hamel.
our promo one more time.
Do you want me to sing it?
Oh, my volume's down. Sorry.
Their own twist on sports. And on Wednesday nights, it's the Buffalo Wild Wings Coaches Show at Buffalo Wild Wings in Navarre, where you'll hear live interviews with Navarre coaches, players, managers, cheerleaders, and many more from Raider Nation. It doesn't stop there, as you can catch exciting Navarre Raider football on Friday nights, whether at home or on the road. Remember, your place for sports is none other than IrishBillSports.com or on YouTube at Irish Bill Sports Live 944.
And game day, thanks for bringing that up, Jonathan. Game day this week is at the
Nashville.
Vandy, Missouri game. And that's a good choice to be at.
Yeah, in Oregon, they were kind of in the dark.
Well, South Florida, Memphis, the majority of us are taking on South Florida on the
That's
road.
gonna be a good game.
Joe's the only one that took Memphis. That will be a really good game as well. Well, we're glad that everybody that logged on to the show tonight. We were outdoors again. The weather was not as nice as it was last week, but it's still comfortable.
This morning it was cool, brother.
It's 57 degrees. I could go with every morning like that. I love it.
Oh,
I
you
want
had a
some
nice
more of it.
walk.
I want some more of it.
You had a nice stroll to the gym.
I did.
Mhm.
2 miles down, 2 miles back.
Attaboy.
I had yesterday. I went for a 5-mile walk. It was a nice morning yesterday morning as well, and the
Wasn't it
falls
rain-
is
wasn't
why
it
I
raining-
still live here.
Wasn't it raining Monday morning?
No, that was Sunday.
Oh.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But the falls is why I love this.
I do.
This
I do
this
too.
area that I live in, because the cold mornings and the 70-some degree afternoons.
Sometimes you just open your windows, don't have to turn on the AC.
That's right. And but we'll talk. Like I said, we'll talk about the Gulf South and SIAC conferences tomorrow night on the Buffalo Wild Wings Coach Show, where we'll have QB1, QB2, QB3, and QB4 for the Navarre Raiders. They'll be our guests tomorrow night on the Buffalo Wild Wings Coaches Show.
Freshmen came out with a win Monday night.
Yes,
Bill
they
Hamel.
did. Their only game that they got to play as freshmen this year, 21-0 over Milton. So
I love it.
the W is starting to creep back into the language of our Raider Nation, and I hope it can sneak in and stay a little bit longer through Friday night.
Yeah, it's going to be, before we sign off, it's going to be a big chore against Pace.
One of the best offensive lines in the state.
Yeah, and but, you know, it'd be interesting to see how we bring the energy the same energy we had, and we play with the physicality. Now, Gulf Breeze did run on us some.
They did a little bit, not much.
Yeah, so we got to keep that intensity. They're going to run right.
Because Pace will run right at you all night long.
Oh yeah,
behind Grant Wise and
Grant Wise.
The guard Mathis and their center is that they're. I'm not underestimating the talent level on their offensive line. One of the best in the state.
Yeah. Are they going to run right at?
We got to move Bryce around.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Bryce Wheeler, got to move Bryce
around.
around.
Match him, knowing that they'll probably run at Grant Wise.
And
will they go to a?
And we'll see. Mikael Williams finally played after he was 3 games off with the ankle sprain. He got to play last week. Didn't put up big numbers, but their running game. It doesn't matter who's running the ball for Pace.
Well, you know what Coach says.
That's why they play the game.
Yep.
So
yep.
we're going to call night here at Culver's on
Let's
this
do it.
Tuesday night. It's been Seminole Bob, Irish Bill, your host tonight on a outdoor version, number deuce, part deux.
Deux.
And we'll be back tomorrow night from Buffalo Wild Wings. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening, folks.
Good night, and God bless.